Welcome to Destination Perfect. I've raced around the globe, but today we're venturing off the beaten path into the world's most inaccessible countries. These are places shrouded in mystery where entry is earned, not given. We'll uncover why these nations are so hard to reach, whether due to politics, preservation, or peril. This isn't just a list of no-go zones, it's a look at the stories and secrets behind the world's closed doors. So get ready as we count down the top 10 countries that are anything but a simple plane ticket away. Let's dive in. First up, North Korea, the Hermit Kingdom. Visiting means surrendering all independence. You can't travel solo. Every step is monitored by government minders. Entry requires a state-approved tour, and visas are often denied without explanation, especially for journalists or certain nationalities. Your itinerary is fixed, your interactions staged, and your photos strictly controlled. The experience is less about tourism and more about witnessing a carefully curated reality. You'll see grand monuments, but never the real daily life. Even your camera is checked before departure. The cost is high, the freedom non-existent, and the ethical questions significant. North Korea isn't just hard to visit, it's nearly impossible to truly see. For the deeply curious, it's a surreal glimpse into a sealed society. But be warned, you'll leave with more questions than answers. That's why North Korea tops the list of the world's most inaccessible countries. Would you dare to go? Next, Eritrea, a stunning Red Sea nation with a visa process that's legendary for its difficulty. Embassies are scarce, applications are slow and unpredictable, and rejections are common. Even if you get a visa, travel outside the capital requires special permits, often denied or delayed. The government's suspicion of outsiders keeps much of the country off limits. Tourism infrastructure is minimal, and spontaneous exploration is nearly impossible. Eritrea's isolation is by design, rooted in its turbulent history and desire for control. For those who persevere, the reward is a glimpse into a nation frozen in time. But the price is paid in patience, uncertainty, and red tape. Eritrea remains one of Africa's most enigmatic destinations, open only to the most determined. If you crave a true travel challenge, this is it. But don't expect an easy journey. Now, to Turkmenistan, a land of marble cities and burning deserts, but nearly impenetrable to outsiders. A tourist visa requires booking a full tour with a state-accredited agency. No independent travel allowed. The process is slow, expensive, and often ends in rejection. If approved, you're shadowed by a government guide, restricted to a preset itinerary. Spontaneous encounters are rare. You'll see only what the state wants you to see. Ashgabat dazzles with white marble and gold statues, but its emptiness is telling. The government's grip is absolute, and every visit is a performance. For those fascinated by the surreal, Turkmenistan is a unique experience. But the rules are strict, and the barriers high. Only the most persistent travelers get a glimpse inside. Are you up for the challenge? For decades, Saudi Arabia was closed to all but business travelers and religious pilgrims. That changed in 2019 with the launch of a tourist e-visa for select countries, opening up ancient sites and desert wonders. But challenges remain: strict laws on dress and behavior, a ban on alcohol, and limited infrastructure outside major cities. Non-eligible nationalities still face a complex visa process. Mecca and Medina are strictly off-limits to non-Muslims. The country is modernizing, but tradition runs deep. Visiting means navigating a society in transition between conservatism and change. Respect for local customs is essential. Saudi Arabia is no longer a fortress, but it's far from an easy destination. Enter with curiosity and caution. High in the Himalayas, Bhutan guards its culture with a high-value, low-volume tourism policy. Every visitor pays a $200 daily sustainable development fee, plus all other expenses. Independent travel is banned. All trips must be booked through a licensed operator with a mandatory guide. The visa is only approved after full prepayment. This exclusivity keeps crowds away and preserves Bhutan's pristine environment. The cost is steep, but the experience is unique, vibrant culture, stunning scenery, and genuine tranquility. Bhutan's approach prevents over-tourism, but makes it one of the world's most expensive and exclusive destinations. Only the committed and well-funded can enter. If you make it, you'll see a kingdom unlike any other. But for most, Bhutan remains a dream just out of reach. Is it on your bucket list? Libya, home to ancient Roman ruins and vast deserts, has become nearly impossible to visit. Since the 2011 revolution, the country has been gripped by conflict and instability. Safety is the main barrier. Rival factions, militias, and a lack of central authority make travel life-threatening. Most governments advise against all travel. Consular help is non-existent. The visa process is inconsistent and often suspended. Even if you find a sponsor, access is limited to a few secured areas. Tourism infrastructure is destroyed, and historic sites are often in conflict zones. Visiting Libya is a high-risk expedition, not a vacation. Until peace returns, Libya's wonders remain tragically out of reach. Syria, cradle of civilization, is now a land scarred by war. Ancient cities and World Heritage sites have suffered immense damage since 2011. Ongoing conflict, terrorism, and instability make travel extremely dangerous. Most governments issue strict do-not-travel warnings. Embassies are closed. Visas are nearly impossible for Westerners, requiring lengthy, uncertain approval. Infrastructure is devastated, and movement is risky. Only a handful of journalists and aid workers enter under heavy restrictions. For now, Syria's rich history is locked away, waiting for peace and recovery. Until then, it remains a forbidden destination. Yemen, once famed for its beauty and history, is now a humanitarian disaster zone. Civil war, famine, and disease have made it one of the world's most dangerous places. Governments urge all citizens to leave. Travel is nearly impossible. Borders and airspace are controlled by warring factions, and infrastructure is in ruins. The only exception is Socotra Island, accessible via rare charter flights, but still risky. Even there, political instability and lack of support make visits hazardous. The mainland is a no-go zone. Tourism has ceased. Yemen's wonders are out of reach until peace returns. For now, it's a land of survival, not exploration. The dream of visiting must wait for a better day. Iran, rich in history and hospitality, remains a challenge for many travelers. For most, visas are straightforward, but Americans, Brits, and Canadians face strict rules. No independent travel, mandatory guides, and pre-approved itineraries. The process is lengthy and unpredictable, with political risks for dual nationals. Spontaneity is lost, and caution is essential. Despite the hurdles, those who visit are rewarded with warmth and cultural riches. But the bureaucracy and restrictions keep many away. Iran is a puzzle, enchanting but hard to unlock. For the adventurous, it's unforgettable. For others, it remains a distant dream. Somalia, synonymous with danger, tops the list for risk. Decades of war, terrorism, and state collapse make most of the country off-limits. Foreigners are high-value targets. Travel is life-threatening. The only exception is Somaliland, a self-declared republic with relative stability. Even there, armed guards are required, and security is a constant concern. Visas for Somaliland are possible, but Somalia proper is nearly impossible. Infrastructure is destroyed. Tourism is non-existent. Visiting Somalia is not travel, it's survival. Until peace comes, its beauty and history remain hidden. For now, Somalia is the ultimate forbidden destination. There you have it. 10 of the world's most inaccessible countries. These places remind us that travel isn't always possible, and some stories remain out of reach. Understanding the barriers deepens our appreciation for the world's complexity. These journeys demand patience, courage, and respect for the unknown. Thanks for joining Destination Perfect on this expedition to the edges of the map. Subscribe for more adventures into the world's hidden corners. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and travel safe.